adventurers. Welcome to Let's Just Go podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kayla, and today we are continuing our Disneyland Resort Hotel spotlight with the Disneyland Hotel.
It's the OG, everybody. It is the OG. Walt has been there.
Walt has been there. Did you know that the Disneyland Hotel was like the very first time that hotels were created with families in mind?
I did not know that.
If I'm remembering correctly, and I have an awful memory, it was that hotels had been for like business people up until Walt was like, hey, let's build a hotel here. And so the way that they designed the hotel, the way that the rooms were laid out, all of that was like for like having families visiting in mind, which my understanding was that prior to the 50s, that was not a thing.
And the monorail was added later.
I think so, yeah.
Like, not, it doesn't fully go there, but the idea that it was kind of going to connect, right?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it?
So here's the thing. As we all know, I grew up going to Disneyland. I've watched Disneyland Hotel change over the years. I'd never stayed at the Disneyland Hotel until within the last decade. But like my mom we would go and like wander the property. We were actually just talking, we were in Central Park a couple of days ago, and they have little sailboats on their lake that you like little like toy sailboats that you can get a remote control for. And she was saying like the Disneyland Hotel used to have those. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I remember that. Like when I was really little. So they've got the best pool out of all the pools on property for sure. I mean, all of the pools, there's 3. It's the best pool.
And it's because it's monorail themed.
It's monorail themed. It used to be Peter Pan themed though. That was cool. I mean, the monorail theme is cool too. It's got some of the best dining on property, in my opinion. Trader Sam's looking at you.
Yep.
It has now it has 4 towers. It used to have 3 towers. We have the recently opened villas, which is very exciting and needed.
Right.
But they are drastically different theming than the rest of the hotel. They have headboards that light up and play music, like little fireworks.
When you wish upon a star.
So fun.
Come on now.
And the wall sconces are Mickey holding the light.
Aren't the sinks kind of Mickey too, I think maybe?
I think so.
But it is the furthest from from the 2 theme parks.
It's about a 10-minute walk through downtown Disney.
Right.
So I say 10-minute walk if there's nobody in downtown Disney. So like in the morning when you're walking to the parks, it's a 10-minute walk. At night, it's probably closer to 20.
And the one thing that so you go through security to get into downtown Disney, but there's no separate line for resort guests.
Yeah.
And so all these parking lot people are showing up too. I always just thought that was just weird. I feel like it should be a perk. Like they should have a separate entrance into downtown Disney just to kind of streamline some of the
traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. The nice thing is there's also a dedicated parking lot entrance too. So there's like multiple
if they take
entrances.
The tram, right.
Well, no. There's also Chris isn't as well versed in Disneyland.
I'm not, so and I also only stay at Disneyland hotels because I'm a bougie ass bitch. So I've only stayed on property. You think I'm walking from some Motel 6? A Best Western?
So, that's actually the traffic that you're talking about, because what happens is there is a parking lot that is specifically for downtown Disney, because downtown Disney used to have a movie theater. Like there used to be a lot of things that people would just come for a couple of hours, because when Disney built both Disney Springs and downtown Disney, the point of them was to be a destination outside of just going to the theme parks. And in them doing that, they had a ground lot that was just for downtown Disney. Then they have a parking lot that is for Pixar Place and Disneyland Hotel guests to park at, which also has the Enterprise rental cars in it. And then there are the big garages that you have to take a tram from, and that's for non-hotel guests that are like people who are driving in for the day. So there's a lot of parking around Disneyland. But the traffic jam that happens at the entrance by the Disneyland Hotel is mostly coming from Pixar Place directing people, because that's the entrance that they use to get to downtown Disney as well, because it's just sort of a loop that they take. Like, you can walk through Grand Californian, but they try to deter you from doing that. So if you're staying at Pixar Place and you're going to Disneyland, they're going to direct you to go through the Disneyland Hotel entrance. And then there are also hotels just off property that the easiest and fastest way for them to get on property is the Disneyland Hotel entrance.
Right.
So they just walk, because no one's stopping them from like walking through the hotels and using that entrance. So I understand, though. It is frustrating.
So that's the one downside. Do the standard rooms sleep 5?
I think so. Yeah.
And the one caveat for Disneyland versus World that some people might be used to is every body counts in California, and that has more to do with California laws.
Yeah.
So in Disney World, under 3 is free, and they can basically supersede the listed occupancy. In Disneyland, if it says 5, that's 5 total, period. So just something to think about. You mentioned that they, one brand new thing recently are those villas, which, if you're not familiar, what that added was options for studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, even I believe a few 3-bedroom options, sleeping way more people, having full kitchens, if you want that as a possible option. I think the real draw, though, it's the OG and tons of cool artifacts and, fun theming, like you mentioned. That's, I think, the real draw.
There's some really cool themed suites too. Like, if you're looking to like ball out and you want to spend a couple grand a night.
Have you toured them?
No. I was staying club level at the Disneyland Hotel a few years ago, and on the same floor as club level is the Frontierland suite or Adventureland. I don't remember which one it is.
I'm like, they're all there.
Their doors are themed, and so we were like walking past them. The door was like cracked, and I was like, "Do you think they'd notice if I just pushed it open and went?"
So I did walk by the Mickey Mouse suite.
Yes.
It was being cleaned, so the door was open, and I was like, looking in, because stay club level 2. And then I did tour during a training. I did tour the Big Thunder one.
Yeah, that's the one that I watched.
Which was very cool. Very, very cool. And they're very hard to get, almost always sold out.
Yeah.
And they're obviously club level. So let's chat club level there at the Disneyland Hotel.
So club level at Disneyland Hotel, I like it.
I like it.
It has a view of the fireworks. It's not.
Can we talk about that, though?
View.
No,
yeah,
it's not. It's not.
They say it's a fireworks view. It's not a very big lounge. I'd say it's maybe 2 hotel rooms big, like in terms of the space that they're occupying.
Yeah, maybe 2.5, but it's small.
It's also, I would say, probably the least accessible club lounge I've ever been in. That it has stairs, to get from where you can sit to where you get food, you have to go up some steps, or you have to go along a very long ramp. Like, it's not easy to just grab something. That being said, they do turn off the lights at night when there's fireworks. The fireworks are like to your left and way out in the distance. And like, we got there early and like grabbed the furthest seat so that we could be as close as possible, and it was fine.
I mean, it's good, right? It's better than dealing with
crowds. Yeah.
You have to remember that the Sleeping Beauty castle, is small, and therefore you don't see the castle. You just see the fireworks.
You just see the fireworks. But Disneyland is leaning into that. I mean, they've got a whole Star Wars themed, I keep using air quotes. They've got a Star Wars themed fireworks, but it's just the regular fireworks with different music, and you watch it from Galaxy's Edge.
Right.
So like, you're there for the experience, and if you're staying club level, I don't think you necessarily care that much. Like, you're staying club level for a reason other than having a view of the fireworks. The view of the fireworks is just a perk of it. My favorite thing about their club level, though, is that and this is the case for all club levels, but it's the only one I've stayed at with someone who has an allergy, and they're very cognizant of like making sure that there's options for somebody with that allergy, and having things readily available, which I thought was really nice. Also, I love to just grab Uncrustables and head out the door.
And the club level building, the building where the club level is closest to the downtown Disney entrance. You don't necessarily have to be staying in that building, though. If your club, I have stayed in the one-bedroom suites, which do have balconies
Club access.
and club access. So there were balconies, which is a little terrifying, to be honest. But you could actually see the fireworks from it was not in the same building as the club level, but we could see the...
You were in the main lobby building, weren't you?
No, actually, all the way back.
Oh.
Yeah. But on the very left of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the balconies kind of overlooked downtown Disney.
So to give you some context, if you've never been to the Disneyland Resort, the Disneyland Hotel is essentially a complex that surrounds the pool. So there are buildings on every side of the pool. You walk in between buildings. The lobby is directly in front of you if you're coming from downtown Disney. So that building is one set of they're all different themes too. So there's an Adventureland tower, there's a Fantasyland tower, and there's a Frontierland tower. Why do I say there's not Tomorrowland?
Not Tomorrowland.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so they're all different themes, and when I say they're all different themes, the rooms themselves are all the same. It's a matter of like the different artifacts that are in the lobby, the wallpaper, just everything in the like common areas is different. And then the new Villas Tower, to my understanding, is not following the like different land themes. And it's actually more like Mary Blair themed.
Right. I believe so. Yep.
I'm staying there in a couple of months. I haven't been yet since it opened.
And you also mentioned the food. I mean, we talked club levels, good, but the food, we mentioned Trader Joe's. Trader Sam's at Disneyland is the OG bar, right? With lots of fun islandy drinks and fun, cool things going on. But it also has a character meal.
It does. It's the only character meal at Disneyland that serves dinner.
And the only one, oh no, that's not true. Yeah. I was going to say the only one where you can meet Mickey, but that's not true.
That's not true. It's Goofy's Kitchen. It's, again, like if you've been going to the Disneyland as long as I have, you likely dined there as a child. It is a buffet style, just like, every character meal at Disneyland is buffet style. It's good. They have a peanut butter and jelly pizza, if you're into that sort of thing. You do meet Goofy when you first enter, so he's your photo op at entry. And then it's typically members of the Fab Five that come around. It varies, obviously, but they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It books up quickly. There used to be a steakhouse. That's gone now. The quick service is really good. There's also a new restaurant bar in the Villas Tower, which I've been told is really good.
And there's a coffee shop.
And you can get Dole Whip with rum at that coffee shop.
I don't know if I knew that.
If you're looking for that sort of thing.
Who isn't looking for that sort of thing?
Right.
Yeah, so I think overall, I do love the Disneyland Hotel for all the nostalgia, right? I mean, that for me, I do wish it was in the location that the Grand Californian was in, so that it was super close to the parks. And then for me, it would be no questions asked. I'd stay there every time.
Can I tell you my dislike of the Disneyland Hotel?
Yeah.
The bathrooms are so dated.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to say renovated, like the fun headboards, that's really great. So like the main hotel room feels pretty up to date, but then you walk into the bathroom and it's so dark and it's that like beige colored tub. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's just, it feels like it's a bathroom from the 90s that needs some sprucing up. It's great because every room has a tub. So if you need a tub for your kids, that's great. You have that option, which is not the case at Grand Californian. You do not have a guarantee of a tub. But I just, Like, just put a new mirror in. Like, so, you know what I mean? Like, there's so,
Yeah, needs a
you could
little
so easily just refresh it a little bit. That's all.
a little soft reno.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's all.
If we're going on a slightly smaller budget,
Yeah,
you're going to find Kayla and I there.
yeah. I mean, I'm staying there in a couple of months.
As am I.
But I'm staying in the villas because I
Me
want to.
too.
Oh my god! We're not going at the same time. You guys are trying to get
thank
this
God.
at the same time as me.
Thank God. Yeah. Anyway,
Really
wrap this up.
Okay, so at this point, we've talked about 2 out of 3 of the Disneyland Resort hotels. We still got Grand Californian to go, and we're going to talk about some good neighbor hotels. So keep listening, see what sounds like a good time for you. If you're interested in booking something, you know where to turn. We got you. And until next time, let's just go.